It's good to see you again.
Good morning. I'm so glad to say welcome to today's edition of Unity Trend on Unity 93.3 FM. Today happens to be Monday. And interestingly, this is the first edition of Unity Trend for this week. Monday, the 23rd day in the month of September, the year 2024. Iji Adamu is my name, but you can call me Kubi, and I will be just fine this lovely morning. All right, so as usual, this is your number one program on radio, and we are streaming live on Facebook. You can already connect with us at Unity Radio FM/TV Jos, and this you also have for our WhatsApp channel as well. Okay, this program comes your way every weekday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. And once it is 8 o'clock, we come on air. We never stop until it is 9:30 a.m. We have three segments to this entire program. The first is a review. And what we do, we have in our analyst review. People who would, we hear their comments, their opinions, what they take to every issue as we have them trending locally and internationally. And the second segment, actually, it's where we get to discuss topical issues in-depthly. And then the last is where our listener and viewer, you get to join the conversation. Not only do you join, but you take lead in it all. So it remains the same this morning. I look forward to having you stay tuned with us even to the very time with which I will be giving you the opportunity to be part of the conversation even on radio. As usual, begin to throw your comments, and I know that I'll be reading it just when the time comes. Thank you so much for always being there. Today, just as always, it's a blessed day, it's a good day. You might be going through a lot as an individual, or as a person, or as a nation. Of course, for us in this country, we know that we have been through a lot. But you see, God has always been God, and He has remained a faithful God. And that's the beauty about it. So each time I remember that God has always been faithful, and His grace and mercy endures forever, it gives me some sort of joy that is unestimated. Thank you so much, and I pray if you're having some health challenges there, God, His grace and mercy again, remembers you and then grants you healings. I pray that you receive your healing. And thank you once again for finding it worthy to continue with us on this very dial. Once again, Iji Adamu is my name. As usual, could be, and I'll be just fine. In the studio this morning, I'm so honored to have already seated Professor Proveno H. Bamayi, Dean, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine. He's an in-house and regular analyst, and he's coming your way with nothing less than a big good morning. Stay tuned and enjoy it. Professor, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Colby. Good morning. Good morning to viewers and listeners around the world.
Thank you.
If you're in other parts of the world that is not morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a beautiful, wonderful day. Today is 23rd of September.
Yes, it is.
2023, the International Day of Sign Languages. And over the weekend, we celebrated the International Day of Peace on Saturday. And we hope that we can have more and more peace in our world. It's very important that we live in peace. Like our viewers and listeners will always say, peace is priceless. So you can't attach a particular price to it. It is necessary. No nation makes progress without peace, and individuals and communities cannot make progress, meaningful progress, without peace. So viewers and listeners, please let your friends know that we're on air on Unity FM Radio 93.3, and then YouTube, Facebook. Tell them to tune in and be part of this wonderful broadcast. This is Unity Train, taking off from a fantastic destination and taking us to a fantastic destination. Stay tuned and you will not regret it. But let me quickly remind you of your goals, your dreams, your objectives for 2024. How far, so far have you gone? Remember, your dreams, objectives, goals must be SMART. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. That book you're writing, that building project, that new skill you need to acquire, that trade, that new adventure, that musical album, whatever it is, you set as a target for 2024. Make sure that it is smart. Make sure that you pursue it with all your heart. Remember, there will be resistance on the way, but your persistence will break every resistance. Certainly there will be obstacles. You feel like throwing in the towel. But winners don't quit, quitters don't win. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Tough times never last. It is tough people that do. So, don't procrastinate that project, because by the streets of by and by, one arrives at the house of never. Procrastination is the enemy of success. So don't live up to tomorrow what might be done today. Certainly, things around us might be so tough and difficult that sometimes you try, you fail, but keep trying. Keep trying. Failure is not fatal, and success is not final. It is the courage to continue that really counts. I encourage you, go out there today, as always, and make a difference in somebody's life. Be a blessing to someone today. Go out there, make somebody to smile. Make somebody happy today. And be the change that you want to see in the world.
Thank you so much, Professor Poveno H. Bamayi. It's fantastic already. And on this, again, I say that it is time for you to be deliberate, to spice up your passion with action, so that it doesn't just remain there as an intention. Again, in the studio this morning is Barrister Paul Zaruma. That's just based legal practitioner, someone who believes in objective analysis. He's in the studio. He's coming your way, yet with another big good morning. Barrister, sir, good morning.
Good morning, Colby. Good morning, Prof. Good morning, viewers and listeners. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are receiving these signals from. I don't know the weather situation over there, but here in Jos it's a beautiful sunny morning with a weather condition of about 26 degrees Celsius. Thank you for having me once again this beautiful Monday morning.
All right, thank you so much, Barrister. Again, in your presence this morning, we are, on behalf of our dear listener and the viewer, extending again and again our condolences to you and your entire family over the demise of your sister. And of course, the burial too was at the weekend. So we pray that God will shower all of you with that comfort of His as usual, because each time there is such an incident, you wonder if the people will survive it. And just a matter of time, you see that the people will have again resumed works and other things keep happening. So we pray that it will not be an exception, that
yes,
comfort will be.
I want to also use this opportunity to appreciate yourself and Prof, and to appreciate Unity FM and TV for extending and showing love to me during my moment of bereavement. My heart also goes to a member representing Jos Northwest, Honorable Mark Na, Akwai Gospel Church Hall, St. Augustine Catholic Church Feringada, many more friends, viewers and listeners. They called me with numbers I don't have. Some of them sent text messages. So viewers and listeners, we appreciate the show of love during my moment of bereavement. I also my heart also goes to Alhaji Sani Dengere, who also lost his mom on Friday. We extend our love to you and your family, that may the whole God Almighty console the whole entire family. Time may not permit me to mention all the people that have really demonstrated love, but I will say friends, family, and well-wishers, we really appreciate you for this show of love during our moment of bereavement.
There is nothing that is as sweet as when you see people around you when you thought this life is over, and then you have people all around, left, right, center, and people are there to keep you going. So thank you everyone who sent in a message. Of course, I received a lot about sending their condolences to you, Barrister. Again, this morning I received the news that Shamsuddin Kabir, his wife, put to bed, but she underwent through CS at the PLATEAU Specialist Hospital. They got a baby girl, so we just pray that the wounds will fast be healed. One of us here, Shamsuddin Kabir, actually. All right, very quickly, gentlemen, if you don't mind, let's just see some of the headlines that we have. And this one says, I am a Yahoo boy, and I met my victim through dating website called Coded Runs. Suspected ritualist makes shocking confession. This one says the troops of Operation Safe Haven arrest more gun runners and recovered additional automatic weapons in Plateau State. Poverty. Beggars now keep late night to meet targets. And not just, I think most Nigerians are, turning into beggars. You have more beggars than you did the last 5 months. So every day you have more people coming, turning into beggars. And now not only do they beg all through the night. Adamawa confirms the cholera outbreak as 15 persons confirmed killed. Here's a sad one. Another sad one here, and unbelievable. Bauchi State Command of the Nigerian Police have arrested one Dauda Saidu, a scavenger, who was allegedly caught desecrating a grave at Yelua Christian Cemetery. Would you blame this to hardship? Well, we'll hear my viewers, my analysts later on. 80-year-old man arrested with cannabis in Lagos. This and a lot more are coming your way, dear listener and viewer. Thank you. Where do we begin? Of course.
Could be. The challenges are real in the country. The tough times, the difficult times. Viewers and listeners know what we're talking about because all of us are experiencing it. Even some politicians, a political chieftain was saying over the weekend that it's not everywhere he goes with his car now. He has to park the car, trek some distances and move around. And he said that the thing is biting hard. It's challenging, it's difficult. Another one also was complaining about cutting costs left, right, and center. And these are current or former political office holders. There are really tough times in the country. The economic hardships are real. And that is why you see that even the beggars are complaining. They are complaining that in the past, some of them used to earn 1,000 naira, 2,000 in a day or more. But today, one of them said for the whole day, the highest denomination she got was 100 naira, and she will end up with maybe just 200 naira to return home with. Because the times are difficult, it looks as if it's affecting even the compassion of Nigerians. Nigerians who used to be very compassionate, who used to care for the poor, are thinking otherwise now and saying, well, who are the poor? We are also poor. So why give money to other poor people? In fact, a woman was saying that she used to give money to beggars. But now what she does is to give the money to family members who are in need. So the beggars are complaining that people are not helping them anymore. And instead of closing business at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., one of them confessed that he was advised to continue begging till 9 p.m. Some of them begged till 10 p.m. or even beyond, unlike in the past, because of the difficulties, the challenges, the economic situation, the hardships. Could be the bread that people used to buy for 400 naira, now they have to buy it for 1,500.
That's very true.
You know, very basic things that you think you can easily get. In fact, sometimes one of the beggars said that people used to give them food before, but now they don't. You know, sometimes you give the beggars bread, or you buy a biscuit and give them, or you give them water, or you get masa or kose and give them, and some other things. They say now people don't even bother to give them food anymore, because it is like the survival of the fittest.
Yes.
Everybody is trying to survive, and it is a really difficult time in the history of our country. And the government needs to act, and needs to act fast, because the October 1st protest is already looming. And if things continue the way they are now, you know that the hungry man is an angry man. More people want to come out to protest because they don't have any other alternative. And that is why the government needs to come out clearly and address this situation headlong. And that's why I'm glad that the president refused to go for the United Nations General Assembly. He sent the vice president. He said there are enough problems at home that he wants to sit down and address. And this is one of the problems, these hardships. It is not enough to give some palliatives once in a while to the people. The palliatives doesn't even get to the poorest of the poor, the people who really need it. The government needs to create employment, gain full employment for the masses. The government needs to build more factories. More industries are needed. Imagine if we have bakeries by the government all over this country in the 774 local government areas. And these bakeries will employ people and will provide bread. In fact, at subsidized prices to the people. This is what they do in some of these countries. One of the easiest food the common man can get is bread. But now, because of the economic hardships, go and ask the beggars, when was the last time that they even ate bread? It's a problem. So, if the government can address the problem of hunger, they'll be addressing something that is major in this country. You know, the average Nigerian, if he has food to eat, water to drink, his problem is solved. He can at least, you know, be patient about other things. We're not asking for much. But if you allow people to be hungry and they cannot feed themselves, they have no water to drink, then you are aggravating the problems on ground. The situation, other problems will just multiply. And that is why the government needs to be decisive about this matter of hunger in the land. It needs to be addressed squarely. It is a national emergency.
Yes, it is. I agree with you that this is a matter of national emergency. And if you look at it, Prof. and Barrister, you would see that it's like everybody has suddenly turned a beggar, because you have beggars in categories, and some are, because even the works that you do, for you to be paid, you know, people just don't want to pay you. And it's not as if you've not worked. You have to start begging for what belongs to you.
Now, even manual work and artisanal work, people are, you know, they are not getting job. It's not only beggars, you know. Even mechanics, people doesn't go patronize mechanics, because the little money you would have saved to fix your car, you will use it in buying fuel. You know, I was discussing with a friend. I told him I fuel my car 15,000 every day. He said, no, don't say call it 15,000. You said you fuel your car with 3 gallons every day. And that is just the reality that we are facing.
So imagine what you spend every day.
Yes, so just imagine. So, and then how much, you know, some of us are in private practice. Those who are relying on salary, I wonder how they will survive this kind of situation. Is quite unfortunate. Now, back from that, let's move. The much anticipated Edo State election came to pass on Saturday.
Yes, the drama there. Yes.
A lot of drama. You know, Prof used to say that politicians are incurable optimists. And yes, after every election, you will see them demonstrating that kind of optimism, you know, with the PDP protesting. But we have predicted right here in this platform that it is highly unlikely that PDP are going to win the election because of many factors. But be that as it may, let us give the result of the election. We have Monday Okwebelo of the All Progressive Congress polled 291,000 votes, 667 to defeat his closest rival of the People's Democratic Party, Aswe Igadalo, who garnered 247,000 votes, 274. The Labour Party, that was much anticipated to be a third force, disappointed many people with he managed to get a scanty 22,763 votes. So he is no near to those other two. Initially, after the High Court judgment, it was like the battle between the PDP and the Labour Party. It was like the APC and the Labour Party, like the PDP was out of the game. But eventually the Court of Appeal decision upturned the decision of the Federal High Court, which also brought the PDP back to the track. And then for the PDP to survive such kind of off and on challenges, to even garner the number of votes they garnered, I think the PDP gave a good fight. But we predicted here after the decision of the Court of Appeal that decision, the decision of the Federal High Court, that decision is going to serve as a big blow for the PDP and is going to slow their campaign activities, which it actually did. And then secondly, the shifting of allegiance of the Deputy Governor Philip Shuaibu to pitch his tent with that of the APC candidate was also a factor that also made us to predict that it made the chances of the PDP to be slimmer. And then apart from that, also there are betrayal from the PDP fold, like the Wike camp, and so there was even an allegation that our governor also gave credence to the Wike camp, even though he has come out to deny that was not true. But at least even before the denial, the damage was already done. If it was a propaganda, that propaganda was dangerously strategic, because it really gave the PDP an uppercut in Edo State. But be that as it may, the governor of Plateau State have denied his work for denied that he contributed one way or the other for the success of the APC. So be that as it may, frankly, if you look at the forces that came against the PDP, you will know that definitely the APC are going to have the day, and they have really gotten the day. So we predicted here, and it came to pass. So these are some of the things that politicians should really learn. What actually worked against the Labour Party candidate Olumide Apata. If you look at their campaigns, you will discover that one good thing about Olumide Apata, he drove a purposeful, a focused campaign, and then issue-based campaign. Olumide Apata was concentrating on issues. He was not attacking personality. He was not embarked on character assassination. But what actually worked against him was the issue of zoning. So actually, it was by the zoning arrangement, even though unwritten arrangement, it was not the turn of Olumide Apata's zone to produce the governor of Edo State. So that really, but for the PDP and the APC, they knew that the zoning in Edo State was sacrosanct. So they moved to the zone that was supposed to produce the governor, and which that was what actually happened.
All right, thank you so much, Barrister and Professor. Our dear listener and viewer, it's time for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune into Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It a kill love, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was saying things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Unity. Unity TV.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your tax?
Thank you so much for staying tuned with us on Unity 93.3 FM. This is Unity Trend on your radio. The program starts at 8 and we do it all the way through to 9:30 a.m. Mondays to Fridays. And today's edition in the studio, it has been Professor Proveno H. Bamayi and Barrister Paul Zaruma. Today's edition is an over the weekend review, so it means that we'll be looking at issues all through this segment. So on this paper, Truth Nigeria, this one say AIG denial denied the PDP agents access to Edo Coalition's center, but granted access to APC. And this statement is credited to Governor Fintri. INEC declares APC's Okwebolo winner of Edo Gogopo. We have other issues still on Truth Nigeria. APC governors unite in prayers amid Edo elections results. Nigerian military winning the war as bandits. Leadership. Nigerians unite against insecurity. A call to actions for governors and religious leaders. Well, this and a lot more, dear listener and viewer, is coming your way. But of course, you can already get to connect with us on our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM/TVJoz. And that you also have for our WhatsApp channel. Let's do this together. Begin to throw your comments. And for text messages, in case you want to already start drafting your text, you can do that via 0808-478-9999. Okay, I would have loved we start with the issues of cholera, so we don't miss out. This is
okay. But let me just comment on the Edo elections. I think it's even surprising that PDP was able to bridge the gap to have such a high score. Because the difference between Okwebolo and Igodalo is about 40,012 votes, which is, a bit narrow, so to speak. Governor Obaseki, I don't know what miracle he wanted to win in Edo State. PDP, with the antecedents of PDP in Edo State, there was no way they were going to win. In fact, the one that is surprising to me is the performance of Labour Party, that they did not perform well at all, but barristers explained because of the zoning. Governor Godwin Obaseki shot himself in the foot when he was busy fighting with his deputy governor, fighting with party members, fighting with everybody around, raising false accusations left, right, and center, and just backing everywhere. And then, instead of giving the people the dividends of democracy, you can see that Edo State, in the last 4 years, or now how many, 8 years of Obaseki's administration, what have they really done? And yet you want your party to still win the elections. I mean, it doesn't happen. I mean, it is unlikely that the people whom you are harassing, the people whom you are lying to, the people whom you said you will construct a road, they have not seen the road, that they will still want to go and vote your party. I mean, Edo State, you say, okay, they used to vote in the way of a PDP. But look at the underperformance of Obaseki. Look at how he turned Edo State into a theater of political war. Look at the flagrant disobedience to court orders and rulings. Look at the way he treated Philip Shaibu. Look at the way even when the court gave a ruling, he decided that he was not even going to obey. And the people are looking. The people were seeing all these things. There was no way PDP was going to win in Edo State. I think that Obaseki should go and do a special thanksgiving that they even had a good fight with APC, with the number of votes that they got. But they shot themselves in the foot. It was their own undoing.
For politicians, Prof, if you don't win, it's not a good fight. For politicians. Yes, that's my opinion anyway.
No, you're right. Politicians, if they don't win, I mean, of course, they will tell you it's... they're already saying it. There was rigging, there was this one, there was that one. It is always like that. They will never come out to accept and congratulate the winner.
Very hardly.
They will always give an excuse. It was because of this. It was Godwin Obaseki, the governor of Edo State, is already saying there was impunity, there was vote rigging, there was this one, there were the police were pro-APC, and so many things. And you know, they had already even accused the resident electoral commissioner of being a cousin, a cousin to Nelson Wike, and that he was going to work against them and all that. You know, they were just crying foul everywhere. You know, when somebody knows he's going to be defeated, he makes so much noise so that when he's defeated, he will blame it not on himself but on other people. And unfortunately, that's the trajectory we see there in the Edo State elections. It's really unfortunate. But the returning officer, the Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Technology, Mina, did a fantastic job, and he refused to bow to pressure. And he declared Opebelo as the winner, the APC candidate as the winner of the election. So Godwin Obaseki should be preparing to hand over. He should start gathering his things out of the government house if he has not done so. And it will take a real long time before PDP can recover Edo State, unfortunately, for PDP.
Right.
Now, the cholera outbreak in Adama State, 15 people are dead already. It has affected so far 4 local government areas, Yola North, Yola South, Fufore, and Gire local government areas of Adama State. Already more than 300 people are hospitalized in different hospitals in the state. And the cholera epidemic seems to be raging in the state. This is the time for people to be very careful with what they eat and what they drink. Hygiene is very paramount when it comes to cholera. Cholera is a disease of unhygienic practice, because the organism Vibrio cholerae is a bacteria you find in very unhygienic environment. When people defecate everywhere, open defecation, when people touch this feces with Vibrio cholerae inside, and then you know they don't wash their hands properly, it gets into the food, it gets into water and all manner of places, and then you begin to have people falling sick. And of course we know cholera can kill within just a matter of hours. And so it's unfortunate that 15 lives have already been lost. The neighboring local governments, so these 4 local government areas of Yola North, Yola South, Fufore and Gire should be on high alert, because it is likely that the cholera has already entered those local government areas. And even neighboring states to Adama State, Taraba, Gombe State, Borno State, you know, and the rest of them should put in preventive measures. Especially Borno State that already has a flood ravaging the place. Imagine this cholera organism inside the flood water. You can imagine the kind of epidemic it is going to cause. So we hope that the Ministry of Health in Adamawa State can put in very strong measures to ensure the health of the public, and that the neighboring states will also be very proactive to prevent outbreak of cholera in their states. And you know, because of the economic situation now, people have the tendency to be unhygienic. But it is not an excuse, because you have to think of your health first. You see some of these children that go to restaurants and eat leftover food. They pack it, they put it in their small containers and eat. People scavenge for food. You know, these are candidates for cholera. And you see people who, because of the economic situation, they cannot afford very basic things of hygiene. You know, now some people take bath, could be. They don't use soap. They cannot afford to buy soap. They just wash themselves with water, and that's all. And you say, what is the problem? I have no money. I cannot buy soap. You know, that is what they're saying. It is really unfortunate. And because of this, you have a lot of unhygienic practices. Some will have no money to even get a detergent to wash their clothes, you know, and all such. And then this aggravates the whole situation with this cholera outbreak that is a disease of poverty, a disease of lack of hygiene. If you go to developed countries, they don't have cholera. Cholera is always associated with poverty and unhygienic practices. That is why in the developed world, there is no cholera. In London, in UK, for example, they were able to eradicate cholera since the year 1855. You know, since that 1855, there has not been cholera. Because they were able to network their sanitary system, water system around the city and around the country in such a way that feces never comes in contact with water that people drink. But here in the country, you see people will defecate near a well of water, and then it will seep into the well. Some will go to places where people fetch water like boreholes, you know, and the rest of them, and they defecate in the environment. They come with hands that are not properly sanitized, and they're there, you know, fetching water. They're there also greeting the people because we like shaking hands a lot, and they're transmitting this organism. So the government needs to do something, you know, more drastic to ensure that the people, you know, can have some semblance of hygiene by ensuring that the people have potable water to drink. The people are empowered so that they can eat the kind of food that they're supposed to eat. And then, of course, cholera has a vaccine. You can vaccinate people against cholera. The government needs to bring in these vaccines to places that are endemic in the country for cholera. High-risk areas, vaccinate the people against cholera, and then we'll have a healthy population.
Again, I am a Yahoo boy, and I met my victim through a dating website called Coded. Runs suspected ritualists make shocking news, and troops of Operation Safe Haven arrest more gun runners and recovered additional automatic weapons in Plateau State. Adamawa, okay, we just tweeted that. This one says, oh mine, this one I really cannot figure out what should be the excuse for doing such an act. Bauchi State Command of the Nigerian Police have arrested one Dauda Saidu, a scavenger who was allegedly caught desecrating a grave at Yelwa Christian cemetery. Now, why again and again reading this? It is not really because it's a Christian or Muslim or whatever cemetery, but how would you want to do such a thing?
No, the question is that the word desecrating is vague. Maybe perhaps in the detail of that headline, perhaps they will give the detail of what he was actually doing in that grave. Because there are some people that are trying to excavate iron rods.
That's what the story tells.
So if it is excavating iron rods, they shouldn't have made it look like it is a religious correlation shouldn't have been added to the headline. You know, these are some of the things that disservices that some journalists are doing to the country. He is a criminal. He's after iron rod. So as long as he's concerned, perhaps a grave may not necessarily be a busy place. So it is an enabling environment for him to embark on his thievery. So being that as it may be, still on security, we have to celebrate our security forces for doing a great job during the week. You know, after Sububu was killed by the military and Baleri, you know, he was a coordinating leader of leaders. They called him leaders of all the bandits. So they gathered to elect a new leader that will be coordinating the leaders. And another interesting aspect about the demise of Sububu happens to be the role model, or if you like, the mentor of the notorious and infamous Bello Turji. So it is really a dead blow. I believe that Bello Turji should have been panting now somewhere in wherever he's hiding, because his godfather and his mentor has been neutralized. So, and then when they gathered in that meeting to inaugurate new leaders, the Nigerian security forces ambushed them, and a lot of the leaders were neutralized. Kachalla Dambaleri, whose camp was located in Sabon Mashekari, Bautana village, Shinkafi local government area of LGA was among the bandit leader that was killed. Kachalla Dogo Kwadi, operating near Isa local government area, was equally neutralized in that operation. Lawani Dodo, based in Filinga village, Shinkafi LGA, was equally neutralized. Kachalla Naguru, also operating from Filinga, Shinkafi LGA, was also neutralized in that operation. Kachalla Dan Babriki, whose camp was in Fankama near Rundunu village, Maradun LGA, was also neutralized in that operation. Kachalla Hanazua, based in Jajaye Tubali region, Shinkafi LGA, was also neutralized. Kachalla Adamu, operating in Muradun LGA, was also neutralized. Kachalla Buzu, also known as Sububu, is the only person that was neutralized within the week, but was not part of that meeting, because that meeting was to elect his replacement. So you can see these are some of the things we have been saying, that we should not be waiting for these bandits to attack. So we celebrate the gallantry of the combined force of the Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police, Civil Defense, and even the volunteer vigilante and other hunters that volunteer in that operation. We celebrate their gallantry, we celebrate their sacrifices. This is one of the greatest success ever recorded. Throughout Buhari's 8 years, we have not achieved this kind of feat. I am telling you, the leadership of this bandit has been decapitated, because it was a meeting to elect leaders of leaders.
From amongst them.
Yes, from among them, since the death of Buzu Sububu. So now, with this blow that this our security has given them, all we needed now is a follow-up to make sure that they did not reassemble, they did not resurface again. I think there should be another a follow-up, both in terms of intelligence and in terms of counter-insurgency. This will really help in bringing out. And in the process of that operation, it was also reported that many people were captive. Those who are kidnapped were freed in the process of that operation, because all the attention was concentrated in re-electing the new leader. And it also appeared as Makamaza Gazola is reported that they were at their lowest ebb when the security really dealt a blow on them. And the chief host of that meeting was the first victim that fell to the bullet of our security forces. The bullet pierced right into his forehead and then scattered his skull. These are kind of achievements that we want from the security forces, so that they will know that Nigerian security forces, we have been saying it over time, that our soldiers, our police, they are gallant, they are well trained, they are more formidable, they have more manpower, they have more organized barrack, they have more local and international training than this local bandit that will just pick guns in the bush and begin to shoot anyhow. We have a better force than them. So the argument that they have superior firepower than us is not attainable at all. And then we are also calling on government to maintain the momentum, to keep the tempo, and avoid politicizing issue of security in this country.
All right, I know Prof will be also making his views concerning security issues in Nigeria, but I want to bring back this so that we talk about journalists, those who write to emphasize on some things that is very unnecessary. You see, this man is a criminal, okay, but why is it that trying to emphasize in a Christian cemetery? We might not mention the paper with which we're reading this headline. So that we tilt towards, emphasizing on unity instead of bringing issues, associating it with our religious beliefs and differences and all that, Prof.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that some journalists have the tendency to be divisive, to incite one religion against another. It's unethical. It's not something that we should tolerate. Many years ago when the former Egyptian president was assassinated, and then the person who assassinated him was asked, why did you assassinate him? He said, I was told that he's an infidel and that he's aligning with Israel against our people and all that. That's why I killed him. And they said, who told you that? He said that he heard it. Somebody said it. And just because of that, you assassinated, the president. Because of hearsay. A journalist must have reported or said something, or somebody has said something that said something, and somebody has lost his life as a result. And that is why it is extremely very dangerous when you begin to portray news that ordinarily should be news, but you portray it, give it a religious coloration, give it a tribal coloration, give it a regional coloration. It ought not to be. Such kind of journalists should be sanctioned because they are not doing the nation any good. They are not doing the people any good. So this man is purely a criminal, looking for iron rods, that's all. It doesn't matter what cemetery or grave or whatever it is. He's a criminal. He just wanted the iron rods, and that's all. And he should be dealt with as a criminal.
Simple.
That's all. Full stop. Yeah.
All right, concerning security, because we have
security
3 more minutes to go.
measures. Let me join Barrister Zaruma to celebrate our military for this wonderful achievement. The combined forces of military, police, and even the hunters and vigilantes, and all those who took part in eliminating some of these terrorists. This is a wonderful feat. And that's why we're saying that if the military and our security forces generally want to do something, they will do it, and they can do it.
They can do
Look
it.
at when they wanted to rescue the students. Didn't they do it? They rescued those 20 students and the medical officer, alive. So if they're out to do something, they will do it. We already know the location of these terrorists. All the Kachalas, I don't know whether that's a clan name for them,
Yes,
we already
Kachalas.
Yeah, they're all Kachalas. We already know their locations. And it is to move in there and neutralize them. That's what the military did. In fact, I'm just laughing at, will I call it the foolishness of the bandits? How will you gather to elect when you know that you have an enemy that is waiting for you? And you're gathering, you're having a gathering, to elect a new leader when you know that the military have already told you that they're coming after you. I mean, you should have done it. I think maybe it's overconfidence.
Don't you think it's likened to this Igbo proverb that said that when the God want to kill you, they first made you mad?
Make you mad, that's right. So that's right. Ordinarily, you would think that they are more clever than that, they are wiser than that, but I think it's a celebration of victory against banditry, against terrorism. These bandits are common, ordinary criminals that are terrorizing the nation, and they should be dealt with as the criminals that they are. They should be neutralized wherever they are found, so that we can have some peace in this country. So we hope that pardon?
Can we now go to sleep?
Not yet at all. In fact, the experts say that the period, the most vulnerable period in the life of a soldier, a warrior, is the period, the time immediately after a victory. That's the most vulnerable period. That means that's the time you must be very careful. After a major victory, you don't go to sleep. That's the time you should be extra careful.
Okay, you have a word because we have a break.
Yes, in as much as we are celebrating our security forces, they shouldn't go to sleep. This is a time that they should do more and more and more. This will disenable them from re-strategizing, reassembling, and regrouping again. Because once they allow them to regroup, we are still going back to the same merry-go-round. So we celebrate our security for this wonderful feat, and also we celebrate the political will. Just like I earlier pointed out that some security analysts pointed to the fact that throughout Buhari's 8 years, that he has never demonstrated this kind of political will to eliminate bandit leaders of this magnitude and this number within this shortest period of time. If this momentum and this tempo is maintained, I think the issue of bandit will become history in no distant time.
Thank you so much, gentlemen in the studio, Professor and Barrister. Our dear listener and viewer, commercial break. Just after it is going to be time with which you join us. Stay tuned.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's
been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune into Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It kill law, it kill dreams. It land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Unity. Unity TV.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead.
Unity 93.3 FM, and today is Monday, 23rd day in the month of September, the year 2024. We are reaching you live from the hills of ZINARIYA. This is the last segment of the program this morning. In the studio, it has been Professor Proveno H. Bamayi and Barrister Paul Saruma. Now, it's time for you to join the conversation. So please, I'll be very happy if you find it worthy to call us on our studio line 07032353315. The studio line again, 07032353315. And for text messages, 0808-478-9999. If you call, just tell us your name and locations. You go straight in 1 minute. That is 50-something seconds. And let's have your submission. Whatever it is that you want to say, but stay away from any comments that is not good enough to help us in our efforts to build sustainable, peaceful coexistence in Plateau State, Nigeria, and world over. So remember also that comments made on this platform are not in any way the position of Unity 93.3 FM. Let's just begin, gentlemen. We have a call already. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Your name?
Okay, yes, this is Benedict calling from Finai.
Mr. Benedict, let's have you in a minute, please. Go on.
Yes, we want to thank God Almighty for a successful election on Saturday in the district in South Nigeria. I also want to congratulate the protagonist of the APC and the federal government, which is the Labour Party, the Labour Party, and also the acclaimed winner of that particular election. You see, I want to agree with the press when you mentioned that the PDP should have put some victory. If anybody is supposed to in the election, especially if you're in the position, you have to put all the acts right. You have to put so many things in place to make sure that you not get your chances of regaining that particular seat or keeping that seat to your successor from your own party. But the next of the party, you actually messed up so many things. You have to get, as you see, even the government of that seat. I don't expect anything less than the people, actually navigating the other way around. And most of I congratulate the APC. I want to remind the Nigerians and the way the legislative voters in this country that the APC and the PDP are not the only political party in Nigeria. Okay. They will practically state that clearly in the hearing of every other person. And let us also work against making Nigeria a one-party state. To make a Nigeria over 200 million people a one-party state. Democracy has been abused. Democracy has been abused, and I want to reiterate that 2 times. So, in as much as the PDP has not done well in the state, just by the current government. You should also understand that the APC has even worked at all. APC has destroyed so many things Nigeria has been.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Benedict. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Benedict. All right, 07032353315. In 1 minute, please. Let's have all of it from you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, Sadiq, you have 57 seconds. Let's go on, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to comment on the election that happened. This is a very, very unfortunate election for me. But you see, the fact is that now people are wise when it comes to election.
Okay.
They always follow that record. As the guys have said, the CVP, they have not performed to that level. But if as much as the performance of the CVP, you know that the power of incumbent, that's what brings the downfall of the CVP.
Okay.
You know that the president is an APC, so that one is not a surprise one. And coming to what the security have done is very, very recommended one. Today to the Nigerian security, this is what Nigerians are looking for. If the security is taking these people to their hideout, I think we can get it right.
Okay.
It's a very, very big security, let them do more. Some of them have their hideout. Let them focus it and take them out. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sadiq Umar, a regular caller there. Okay, wonderful contributions. You too can be part of it. 070-3235-3315. In a minute. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, your name.
Hello.
Good morning. All right, for text messages, 0808-478-9999. For text messages alone. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. G.
Thank you so much for calling.
Good morning, Prof. And good morning, Barrister.
You're welcome.
I'm Ibrahim Abu calling from Jos.
Oh, Ibrahim Abak, let's have you.
Yes, I want to congratulate our naval security outfit. Thank you for our analysis about them. They have been able, they said that the political will. We pray that they continue to sustain the momentum of the few people have rightly yes advice.
All right.
And again, I may go continue to protect them.
All right.
And secondly, about the election. Yes, in fact, me, I'm not surprised. I mean, surprised I'm not surprised. Because I follow some of the comments, especially some of the station.
Okay.
They are supposed to be neutral. We come out and when we say issue we're not going to win. We talked about some journalists, how they report something, and it's against people. Besides people, and this is what happened. I said, so I had it last week. Somebody was saying that there's no how they are going to win. They are going to win. I said, I don't know whether it's God. It's there decided for them there.
All right. Thank you.
What is so analyst someone said we want to change a frog out from the cold water to enter the hot water. It means that what is in hot water is better than what is in the cold water.
All right. Thank you.
They know what is happening here. Despite that the APC they said earlier is not doing well. It doesn't mean that there's nobody good in APC at any level. That's just affected of the area of the plateau.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
We are still saying it. People are crying that nothing is going on anywhere except in the business area of the capital.
Thank you.
That is what is happening. They know their problems, they know what they want, and they go to the APC. Somebody there is saying it. And I pray that these people will continue to let this man will not put them to shame.
Thank you. I say amen to that.
Will not fail the people. People should not have confidence in them, not on the federal government, on him, not on the federal government. That is what happened. It affected because of Buhari. It affected Nakao here.
All right, thank you so much for calling. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, 1 minute, please. Wonderful submissions. We understand that you have points and issues that are, of course, very beautiful, but then we want to have as many as possible. So please, we truly apologize. Just in 1 minute, let's have your name and location. Hello, good morning. Thank you so much. Good morning. Okay, it's good to know. So you have...
See, Uncle D,
yes.
When you call in times of election, keep on shifting to a poll. That will never help the problem. We should start thinking about the environment.
All right.
The attitude and the practitioners.
Okay.
You see, today we are shifting blame. This has done that, and that. It's partly our problem. It's our attitude. All these parties that you are hearing them participating in this election, tell me any of them within the primary election in their party. That they follow the rule of law. So you see, every year we keep on budgeting among of our money to conduct the election. We cripple all our economy, and at the end of the day, we result in court.
Okay.
For how long can we continue this? You see, find out other plans, they don't spend the kind of money we spend, and they don't cripple their economy. And at the same time, when they finish the election, nobody goes to court. Everybody is contented and trusted in the system. Why is our own different? So whether we like it or not, today, even within the party, are you doing the needful?
All right.
I mean, as far as security is concerned, we should start going into early warning system. Prevention is better than cure. Where we are then before this, all these unwarranted scrupulous killers dominated our cover screen.
All right.
To make sure that any anybody who is going into the uncovered space will come and meet them there. If you allow these people illegality to become money vector, people will queue into it. I hope they will meet the Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akikalu. And this one say, good morning, sir. How was your night and your family? My special greetings and best wishes to your family. And it's coming from Hassan Garba. Thank you, Hassan Garba. Another text message here say, good morning, Kubi and Barrister and the Professor Kubi. I want Barrister to answer these questions. I want to apply it to see Mr. President. Can he put me through, or don't I have the right? I am listening. So welcome back, Barrister. Accept my condolences. And this is coming from Emmy Langs from Agenge. So you will be answering that, Barrister, please. Okay, good morning, Kubi, please. At this 080, okay, on the WhatsApp, my is Luca is okay. Luca is on. Yes, I'll connect with you after the show, please. Okay, thank you. And this one is saying happy and blessed day to your sir Kubi, Prof. PH Bamaye and Barrister Paul Zaruma. Thank you so much for the work and the sacrifice you do for humanity. I wish to commiserate with Barrister Paul Zaruma and his family on the loss of their sister. May the good Lord grant you all the fortitude to bear the loss in Jesus' name. Amen. I would have put a call to you, Barrister, but I don't have your number. Pastor Fred in Jos. Thank you, Pastor Fred in Jos. Okay, good morning, Prof. Bamaye, Adamu Kubi, Barrister Zaruma. You are welcome. Please bear the loss of a family member. May she rest on so many things, believing our country. Our security forces are up to the task. Gun runners must be checked. I am ML, the giver from Sabon Fegi Jos. Good morning, Prof. Bamaye Adamu could be okay. I think it's the same text sent twice. All right, and this one say, good morning, Kubi, our amiable, consistent, and passionate analyst. Professor Bamaye and the objective analyst, Barrister Zaruma. Welcome back, Barrister. May God continue to comfort you and your family. May God rest the soul of your sister. The elections in Edo State has come and gone. We thank God there was no violence, but it's unfortunate that our politicians don't have the spirit of sportsmanship. That's why they don't accept defeat. I pray the protest the PDP are making will not cause violence and rancor. Our politicians should please learn to always accept defeat. Peace is priceless. Let's live in peace. God bless Unity FM, Plateau State, and Nigeria. And he's saying congratulations to our security forces for job well done. They're praying for more victories over these wicked bandits, kidnappers, and Boko Haram. Is from Christy Zang. Thank you, Christy Zang. Okay, morning, gentlemen. Mr. President says that the victory of the APC in Edo indicates that his economic policies are working. I would like to tell the President that Nigerians are experiencing unprecedented hardship as a result of these anti-people policies. Ibro Edo. Because, okay. Yes, you want to say maybe it's because things are working that, well, when I came across the news of the ironed rob burglar, I wondered what a road is put in a grave. But after reading the details, I found out it was in a ancient, ancient cemetery. Before, I think there is nothing wrong in mentioning the faith in the news. A criminal is a criminal, irrespective of his faith. IBB, yes, a criminal is a criminal. I think that's the point he's emphasizing. Another one says, Bulus Esther, woman in Ferengada. Good morning, Kobe, and the professor, the barrister in the studio. May God continue to bless you both for the great work you are doing out there. We pray for better Nigeria over a dream. And this one is coming from you are doing great job on the radio. God bless you, brother. Hello, my name is John Soho. Though I joined you late, but I want to say Nigeria will be greater tomorrow, for tomorrow never ends. God bless Nigeria. And this one is coming from John Soho. John Soho happens to be the Uruguay Actors Guild of Nigeria, the president at the moment right now. He succeeded me. I was the president. So good morning, Mr. Kobe, professor and the barrister. Honestly, as we called on the security, to do the needful and did so. I also wanted to join you for celebrating or to celebrate the victory of our gallant security out there. Indeed, insecurity, welfare should be considered. Thank you at Ismail Isa. Okay, we have more here. This one say, good morning, Kobe and guest. May soul of the departed rest in peace with the Lord, and I pray for the Almighty God that comforts the entire family of Barrister Zaruma. Let's always remember our Creator by being prayerful at all times, for what matters most in this world is let's fear God, keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. God bless Nigeria. Adewumi from Bauchi Rinro. Thank you, Adewumi. Again from Hassan G. Say good morning, CB, PB, and BZ. I pray to Allah to select you and your entire family amongst His successful choosing servants who shall neither be afraid nor have any regret or fear. Please, Barrister, accept our condolence again for the painful loss of our sister. Be a good neighbor and of good character, Hassan Garba. And I think this is the much I'll be able to take on text messages today, except for calls, maybe one or two. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kobe.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Professor in the house.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barrister. Barrister, sorry for the loss. We have to rest in peace.
Amen. So,
see, I think kudos to Nigeria because how they neutralize all these vampires, all these vultures that are eating human flesh and blood. Thank God, honestly, these Nigeria forces are going like this. I think kudos to them, let them keep on fighting, let them put more effort. I'm happy for what I had this morning about them.
yes.
God bless our country. Bless Plateau State. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Kingsley Barnabas calling all the way from Terminals. And each time, most of the times when he calls, he will talk about government completing the project, the gutters around Terminals, because I was there recently too. The water was stored up in there. If someone should just fall in, I'm sure it would be very deadly. So please, Plateau State government, I know you're aware.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello,
good morning.
Morning, good morning. Are you hearing me?
Yes, go on. You're live on air. Thank you.
I want to really contribute in the issue of the election.
Please go
on.
on.
First of all, appreciate the APC interest here.
Okay.
Because, you know, it is high time now Nigeria should understand that any other person standing behind thinking that he will use another person's advantage to gain his own advantage. Never. Nigeria has civilized to a single level now that if you are being assigned for assignment, do it decently. Just the way you use the Quran to sway and use the Bible to sway. If people use the dividends of democracy, the way you are being swayed. But people will go there thinking that, okay, because Nigeria is the way it is today, let's use that advantage. Then people begin to suffer at the grassroots, thinking that anything comes, I'll just take it as the platform of easy way because Nigeria is facing this economic shit or whatsoever. In which we know rightly that if it is with our cooperation, nobody can change Nigeria today.
All right.
And the president has been saying that he is trying in giving the governors whatsoever they can help their people at the grassroots. But what are they doing with it? And we cannot hold our governors accountability. We continue to blame. Do we think blame can be a solution? Blame can never be a solution.
Okay.
It is only if we can put faith and do things in sincerity that's where God can see us through. I'm talking on behalf of that is happening in Nigeria today.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you very much. I think we can, all right. Thank you so much for calling. All right, Barrister, maybe we'll just give you time so you'll be able to answer it because this question has been on for 2 weeks, I think. So it's better.
Yes,
he wants to see Mr.
yes,
President.
he can apply to see Mr. President. As a Nigerian citizen, and then in his application, he should make it clear the purpose upon which he wants to see Mr. President, because there are a lot of many similar applications that are still on the pipeline that perhaps have been there for the past 1 year unattended to. And then in some cases, if what you want to discuss with Mr. President is such that can be discussed openly, then I think you should you rather communicate to him through an open letter. You know, they used to read some of this comment, because in most cases when open letters are written, you will see that their media men are responding to it. Then lastly, I want to appreciate viewers and listeners once again for your show of love and expression of sympathy during my moment of bereavement. Thank you very much, and God bless.
All right, thank you. Let me pick one or more, and then Prof, I guess, his final.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
This is
Hello, your name?
Benjamin calling from Angwarukuba.
Okay, Benjamin from Angwarukuba. Let's have you in 50-something seconds, please.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. You are live on air.
Sir, it is very, very sad.
Okay.
For what is happening in this country.
Okay.
As Professor said earlier on, when the issue of Edo State, as in, you know, Edo people love Philip Shaibu very well. To some extent, I feel if not for Philip Shaibu, Obasanjo would have even won the suicide. Yes, and I think is there any politician that have treated his deputy the way he treated his own deputy?
All right.
I think he is God. It's very sad.
All right. Thank you, Benjamin.
Yes, sir. Then, for issue of the economy of the country, sir, we are facing, to me, I put it this way, we are facing an economic holocaust.
All right.
Yes, we are facing economic holocaust.
Thank
that
you.
The needful to be done. We are pleading so that the needful be done.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
And on Mr. Benjamin, all the way from Angwarukuba, giving a description of what the situation of Nigerians are. Thank you so much, Prof. It's time for us to say bye-bye. Let's have your parting words, please.
That's a new word, economic holocaust. Nigerians are passing through a lot. The times are challenging. And that's why you see we're trying to devise all manner of means to help people survive. The seminar we had over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, well attended. I want to appreciate people like Alhaji Kamal Jos and others, regular listeners to Unity FM that came around, and Alhaji Kamal Jos even made suggestions to the people on how they can survive these difficult economic situations based on his own personal experience of business investments that he has done over the years. So it's wonderful. I want to tell our viewers and listeners that things might be tough, but don't give up.
All right.
There is always a way out. Where there is a will, there is a way. And you know, there is a ray of light at the end of the tunnel. All you need to do is invest and discover where you can best invest. What can best give you multiple streams of income, so that you're not just relying on salary or relying on just one, source of income. The times and the seasons are calling for diversification. We need to really strategize to be able to survive the extremely difficult economy that we find ourselves. But don't give up. Keep pressing on. Be strong. Be of good courage. We'll get over the storm. After the storm, there will be a calm.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor Barrister. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for coming. And dear listener and viewer, time has come for us to say bye-bye on this very program today. Tomorrow, we'll be back again. Before I say bye-bye, I would love to say thank you to everyone whose efforts made today's edition a wonderful one. The crew who made it possible. Thank you so much. Don't forget, Ngas Community Broadcast comes your way after this show. And again, the ladies' show, Hello at Work, also comes your way. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the programs we have for you on this dial. From me, Ijia Mukubi, I say bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead.